Okay, I just got Highlander 30th Anniversary Edition Blu-ray. It has a slipcase. Here's what's under the slipcase, pretty much the same cover, regular Blu-ray case. And then the disc, it pretty much looks similar to the last Studio Canal Lionsgate release on Blu-ray. But it says 30th Anniversary Edition.
Hello YouTubers, my name is Frederick Lopez, and besides that unboxing, I went ahead and watched all of the 30th Anniversary Edition of Highlander. And some of you, if you like Highlander, most of y'all who are probably watching this have seen the film and wondering, is it worth double dipping on Blu-ray? A couple of years ago with Highlander 1 and 2, I got the Blu-ray of Highlander, Director's Cut. It was Lionsgate, and it besides some deleted scenes and commentary, it was pretty much a bare-bones release of Highlander. It was an upgrade from the DVD, but ultimately it wasn't the best Blu-ray representation. Now, this new edition, that's the 30th anniversary, has had a new 4K remastering. It's not on a 4K Blu-ray, but it's 1080 high definition with a 4K transfer. 30th anniversary edition, and it comes with a lot of bonus features, including a modern interview with Russell Mulcahy and Christopher Lambert. And I've seen both versions, and I have to say, if you're a Highlander fan, you know that in the end there can be only one. And this is worth a double dip and a half. I waited till this went down to $12.99 at Amazon, and I ordered it. And I do not regret it. This is one of the best double dips I've ever got in my life. It improves almost in every front from the previous Blu-ray release. I mean, the picture is stunning. There's not that much film grain. There's certain scenes where it's really kind of grainy looking as far as like the specs, and some of the footage looks a little old, especially during the transition where he gets stabbed by the Kurgan and it goes to his eye. But it's mostly just a couple of shots, and it's not a major letdown as far as the picture quality. There's no film grain pops or specks that pop up on the screen from time to time, like on this release. This one is a very clear and fluid release. The colors are much deeper and sharper. I mean, the hair, you can see their hair, the textures and the clothing. When they're in Scotland, you get to see the grass, and it looks like you're right there. This previous version here had the color right. The previous version has it really bright on some parts, and it's dark. This one is dark, but the shadows and the colors are much deeper and feel more accurate. They're just much more layered and detailed, and also it's not overly saturated as far as the brightness. It feels like it's at the right brightness, and it really improves. Two scenes in particular that really improve are when Heather dies in the Who Wants to Live Forever scene. In the previous Blu-ray release, we see Connor go up, but the footage looked like it was like really kind of damaged and had a lot of black debris on it. In this version, it's clear. It's like the Blu-ray, or how I remember seeing it when it first aired on TV. It is clear. And then the colors are much deeper in the shadows in the church scene between Connor McLeod and the Kurgan. In addition, during the final duel scene, it's dark in the warehouse, but in the previous Blu-ray release, it's all blue. And here you actually see a little bit of other light colors. There's blue, and there's almost like a purplish type of orange from the actual ceiling lights in the warehouse. So you just notice a little bit more detail in the coloring. And the beginning garage scene was just fantastic. I mean, this film is probably the clearest I've ever seen in my life. It goes among my favorite older Blu-rays with Casablanca and The Road Warrior. I mean, it is really fantastic. Excuse my hair right now, I just got out of the shower, but I watched all the features. But before I get to the features, the audio, holy crap, it is so much better on this version than this version. In this version, the previous Blu-ray release, Princess of the Universe sounded really odd, and it was like really echoey. This one sounds more like the DVD Immortal edition from the early 2000s, where it's really loud, deep, not an echoey sound at all. Sean Connery's voice is very clear, and the sounds and the swords are just really sharp and just awesome. Like Connor McLeod, when he has a beginning duel, he's like, alright, gets the sword, he's like, you hear like the bars and just all around metal sounds, and then when they punch each other, all that type of stuff is heard with clarity in this, and it is fantastic. And to the bonus features, it includes an hour and a half making that was from the 20th anniversary edition, I guess. I didn't see it here in the States, but it includes William Panzer, Roxanne Hart, and Gregory Wyden. Interviews from the cast and crew. And people behind Highlander. It starts with like the writer talking about him writing it in a UCLA writing class and the ideas for it, the differences between the original script and the film, pre-production, production, and then post-production, the impact Highlander has had. And I guess it was the 20th anniversary at the time, but still, it's a very insightful and very long documentary. In addition, we have new interviews with Russell Mulcahy and Christopher Lambert, and they're fantastic. It's nice seeing them again. It's nice seeing Christopher Lambert. I haven't seen him in an interview in a while. And it's nice getting those two in a modern interview, talking about the impact and their experiences on Highlander. In addition, it includes some deleted scenes, which pretty much is like scenes that were either cut or just ran a little bit longer than they did in the film. And then you get an archival interview with Christopher Lambert. I thought it was like his first interview back in the 80s, but it's just an interview from like a couple of years ago to almost 10 years ago that you can see on YouTube. But besides that, it has a trailer and then audio commentary by Russell Mulcahy. I haven't seen the film with commentary yet, but all around, is it worth the double dip? Hell yes. There can be only one, and this is a version of Highlander to get. If you don't have Highlander, haven't owned it on Blu-ray, totally buy this. If you're wondering whether or not as a fan to double dip, it's at a good price right now at $12.99, and it's a major improvement over this. I mean, just like look at the covers. I'll show you the covers, just like it's there, and then just them two. This one's pretty similar, but has like Sean Connery in them. Anyway, this version is a lot better, and I had a feeling it was because the main menu has some other music that wasn't in the film. That was all heroic with a sword and images of the film. This one starts off and it has the composed music by Michael Kamen from the film, so immediately it's already a better version just from the main menu alone. So yeah, this is probably my favorite version of Highlander on video since the Immortal Edition back in the early 2000s. So definitely check it out. It has a clear picture, great sound, and this is the best I've seen of the film. So definitely check it out on Blu-ray and enjoy, because in the end, there can be only one.